For the next 20 minutes we're going to talk about how to attract foreigners into Estonia and especially in the ICT sector. And last year you can emphasize and make corrections if necessary, but last year, as far as I remember, there was a huge thing about a company called Tieto in Finland. They needed to let go a lot of people. And when one door closes, another door opens. So for the first time in history, I think there was a special marketed campaign to Finnish people to come to work in Estonia. How did it go, especially in the ICT sector? And what other examples are to show by the Estonian program work in Estonia? We're going to find out. So for the next minutes, let's make a round of applause. The project manager of Work in Estonia program, Karin Patune.
Hi, thank you for the nice introduction. It's a real pleasure to be here because it has been already highlighted by the previous speaker and also by several people here that it's really important topic for Estonia to welcome international talent and to be able to successfully attract foreign people to come and work in Estonia. So, as you said, last year, in the end of April, this program Work in Estonia was started. So it's been a little less than 1 year that we've been running this program, and yes, it's been very successful, and I'm happy I can share some of the highlights with you today. So just to give you some background, why do we need to do it? There's a shortage of labor in Estonia. Just to give you one fact, like in the beginning of 2015, there was 800,000 working age people in Estonia, and by 2040, this number will reduce by 160,000. So that's quite a big drop, and we need to do something. And there's no one and only solution, but attracting foreigners and welcoming them is one of the solutions to this program. There's one other challenge that we need to deal with when attracting foreigners. It is the fact that even though Estonia is becoming more and more well-known in the whole world, still we know that Estonia is not very well-known as a talent hub. So it's quite a task for companies to attract talents here, because first of all they have to sell Estonia. What is Estonia? Like, why to come here? So here is where this program can help. So when we talk about attracting talent, then we should compare Estonia with international talent hubs, London, New York, or Singapore, so just name it. Some may find it maybe a bit strange, but actually there are many good reasons why to choose Estonia. For instance, there's really nice living environment, very clean air, very clean nature. Foreigners who live here, they say that the biggest reason for them to be here is very good opportunities for self-realization. English is spoken widely. It's exciting for many people to experience e-society, e-services, and so on. So there are many good reasons to be here. And when we talk about attracting foreigners, it's really important to spread the word, to inform that there are opportunities in Estonia, but on its own it's not enough. There's actually a whole system that has to work. So when we manage to attract somebody's attention, then we also need the laws to support the immigration of talents we need here. When the persons arrive here, they need to feel welcome. So there are many, many issues that have to be tackled. And Work in Estonia program is part of this, is doing a little part. We are doing the attraction part. So I would like to show you how do we do it. It's one of the examples. We have produced many videos that show what is Estonia like, what is our workplaces like, And these videos have been extremely popular. They've been watched around 300,000 times, and this specific video that I want to show you has been watched 200,000 times. So I think it's quite fun to watch.
This is Estonia, a land of virgin forests, enchanted swamps, and a rich medieval history. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is not a tourist video.
Let's talk about something a bit more exciting. Oh yeah, I'm talking about work. What if
I told you that the fastest path to your dream job could be in Estonia? Now I know what you're thinking. What could this small northern European country possibly have to offer? Besides
Some lake, all the trees.
it's simple. Estonia offers all the same things other countries do, but much faster. Much faster!
The opportunities are for everyone. I'm a foreigner and I've landed my dream job here.
Estonians have this cute lack of patience, which makes them inventive and creative. Almost everyone fills out their income tax online, and 1/3 of Estonians vote online at home, or even in the club. Dozens of online banking and national e-services have become elementary for Estonians. Even Obama said, I should have called the Estonians when setting up our healthcare website.
I should have called the Estonians when we were setting up our healthcare website.
When there's an idea, they want to get it done, and get it done today.
For example, you can access free Wi-Fi from almost anywhere in Estonia.
And for electric car owners, there are charging stations all over the country.
And when everything gets done super quick, there'll be plenty of time to really enjoy your life. For example, ride a bike with a few friends or dogs. They also like to take photos of the sea, a medieval tower, or a fish. Then eat the fish.
11 years ago, when 3 Estonian friends finished programming Skype, no one would have believed that it would kick off one of the most exciting startup scenes in the world.
That means you can work with great names like Skype, TransferWise, Nortal, Pipedrive, and other game changers. You can do great work in other areas as well.
You can make all the arrangements online before you arrive. Estonia is the first country in the world to offer its national e-services to foreigners. So you too can become an Estonian e-resident.
It means you can digitally sign your new employment contract or start a company in Estonia, all without leaving your apartment or hometown or wherever you might find yourself.
See? Estonia really is the most talent-ready country in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and come work in Estonia.
The real express lane to your dream job. Work in Estonia.
So that's one example how we talk about Estonia. Of course, everything is not so rosy, and it's also important to be very honest when we talk about the life and work here, because when the people come, they will experience it themselves. But we have also many other videos where we show, for example, also we have a video with Playtech. We show the work office and how the Playtech people are living, and all these videos are very popular and watched by many people. I have even heard that there was one guy from South America who wrote an email and said that I'm such a fan of your videos and now I'm coming to Estonia. So it works.
We have many people from South America.
Okay, maybe it's one of them. Okay, so to give you an idea what we do is that for example, when somebody is thinking that, okay, I want to change something in my life, maybe I should work abroad. then the first thing they do is to search internet, like what are the opportunities, and that's where we have to show up. We have to show that there are opportunities in Estonia, and we carry out online advertising campaigns, and we invite people to come visit workinestonia.com webpage, because there's a lot of information for a foreigner to learn about Estonia and also how to find jobs in Estonia. So, for instance, our website was visited around 200,000 times during the first 8 months. So from 0 to 100,000, that's quite good, I think. And we have also active social media. Right now we have around 5,000 followers. The numbers are growing every day, and we get emails to our Facebook page every day that, hey, I'm interested, what should I do, where should I look information from. About our target group, so whom do we invite to come to Estonia? We are focused, or we have profiled this person as a 24 to 35 years old person, highly with higher education, good work experience, and rather single. It's not because that we don't like people with families, it's just because it's much easier to move when you are single. And our focus today is IT specialists, because when you look at the actual job offers in Estonia that are for non-Estonian speakers, then 60 to 70% are in IT field. So our campaigns are targeted to IT people. And we have two target countries. We have Finland and Ukraine. In this map, we have colored all the countries where we have got the visits from. Blue, so you can see that we have been visited from all over the world, the Work in Estonia webpage, and of course most of the visits have come from Finland and Ukraine, as we have done work there. We have introduced job opportunities in Estonia. So last year we had two campaigns in Finland, and it was a unique situation in a way that it had basically never happened before that Estonia would invite Finnish people to come and work here. Only few Finnish persons would consider working in Estonia. And suddenly Estonia went there and said, hey, but now you should come and work here. So we got a lot of media attention, and this attention was mostly positive or neutral. Around 50 articles were written about work opportunities in Estonia, and so I think we are in a good way. Changes don't happen so fast, but they do happen. So just to give you an example with Tieto, they have been hiring Finnish people, and they used our materials, Work in Estonia materials, and also with help from our side, they have hired really like 60-70 Finnish people. So Finnish to come work in Estonia, and I think that's also a good example for others. Also, we are working with Ukraine. In Ukraine, we are very much in the beginning. We had our first pilot campaign in October. It was just an online advertising campaign, but we saw huge interest. We got 80,000 visits just for doing 1 month advertising campaign, and we will continue in Ukraine. So when we talk about our future activities, then this year we are going to continue in both markets. We will have 2 campaigns in both countries, and the next campaigns will start in 2.5 weeks. So I would also like to say that it's a good opportunity for all companies to make their job offers visible. So because we are going to bring quite a lot of traffic from those countries, and our focus is on IT. During 2016, we will also consider whether it would worth to have a third target country. We don't know yet. We are still discussing, but just hypothetically, it could be one of the Southern European countries, Spain, Italy, or Greece, because the unemployment there is very high, but culturally they are not so different from Estonians, so quite easy to adapt here. well, different but not that different, and their education system is very good, so good reasons to go there. Also, maybe Romania and Bulgaria would be one of the options. And of course, it's great when international talent come to Estonia, but we shouldn't forget that there are also many Estonians working abroad, and of course they are very welcome to come back, and it's also in our future plans to start working with Estonian communities abroad. So that's also important. So
yeah.
If we're on the
No, you
topic,
can ask.
Hey,
Yes.
if we're on the topic of education, there's a recent questionnaire that I got from Fleet that is regarding, well, having more school places for folks who are for foreign. I don't like the word foreign.
Yeah.
It sounds as if don't come here. But ultimately, school places. Apparently, that's been pointed out by entrepreneurs as one of the main obstacles for people with families potentially to come here. And you know, you guys, this was in response to one of your activities, if I understood correctly. Is this part of your umbrella? Are you doing this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about, and I know about this survey. We prepared it together with the Ministry of Economic Affairs. So the survey is to map the current situation with the school places. So it has come out that it's quite a big problem for international talents when they come here to find good school places for their kids, and now the Ministry of Economic Affairs is trying to map what is the situation, so what are the things that need to be improved. So all these topics are very related. Well, Work in Estonia program is specifically working with promoting Estonia as a good workplace. So we are doing the marketing part. So it's not what you are saying. Of course, this topic is very much related to it. So in order to successfully attract international talents, we need, different all the system to work together. But Work in Estonia program, right now at least, is focused on doing the marketing, and we are helping as much as we can, with other issues related to that, also the school places topic.
So you collect feedback. So you draw attention, but you can also get people to give feedback.
Yes. So, for example, if companies have experiences, they are very welcome to come to us and share their experiences, to give us feedback, and we will collect it and give it to the ministry, who's responsible for this.
So you're like a lobby group or something.
Well, Estonia is small. We all have to. If we want to improve the situation, then we all. Yeah, you can say it's kind of lobby also. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can continue.
But I actually came to the end of my presentation also. So to sum up the first 8 months of Work in Estonia project, it's been very successful. I think we have reached literally to hundreds of thousands of people. We have told them about the work opportunities here. As also came out from this discussion, we are just in the beginning. There are many things to improve in order to make Estonia an attractive place for international talent, but I think we have had a good start. Thank you.
Do we have more questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you please provide a successful example of hiring of
A person.
talented person from Ukraine?
Okay. So the question was, I will also repeat it since we are online. The question was, can you give us an exact sample of a person who was hired, for instance, from Ukraine?
I think many actually, maybe it's more a question to companies, because many companies are hiring from Ukraine, and I know in Playtech you have many people from Ukraine also, so there are many good examples.
So the process has been actually, it has happened in the last 8 months already, or is it like a bigger, longer window?
Work in Estonia has carried out, until now we have carried out one online campaign in Ukraine, and the aim of this campaign was to create interest towards work opportunities in Estonia, and as a result of this campaign we saw we got 80,000 visits to Work in Estonia webpage, so we saw that there is quite a lot of interest to come and work here. But of course many Estonian companies are already hiring from Ukraine, but Estonia as a destination country for Ukrainians is still quite unknown, because many Ukrainians they want to experience working abroad, but maybe their number 1 and 2 countries are US, Canada or Western Europe, so we have to do work in order to show that Estonia is also a good destination.
So maybe there is, yeah?
I mean practical things. What about taxes? What about process of come? For example, there is a talented guy in Kiev, yes? He wants to come to Estonia and work.
Okay.
What difficulties could he meet during this process? For example, these practical things.
Okay.
What to do, what the steps?
So
Maybe I don't know if she is the right person to answer. Just to clarify, Enterprise Estonia main mission is to gain the interest,
Yes.
get the word spread.
Yes, exactly.
So when it comes to technical details, then it's the more of also the companies and
companies do the recruitment themselves. We do not interfere into this process, but I can still answer to this question, as I think the number 1 task step for this person would be to find a job in Estonia. There are many job offers in IT field, and also the first step would be to visit Work in Estonia webpage. We have also many job offers from companies in this webpage, and this person can easily find out which companies are interested to hire international talents, and then they can see the job offers and contact the companies directly, and that's where the process starts.
because Enterprise Estonia, just to clarify, that's why I wanted to add this, that Enterprise Estonia wants to gain interest. He's like more the marketing tool, but to make it the procedures, it's more between the company and the guy who is or lady who is interested.
Stay at the top of this process,
Yeah, but my question actually would be to Playtech, since you have hired from Ukraine. Can you tell us, okay, for instance, if you have a job interview, have you done this through like Skype or through, or do the people need to come to the person?
We actually have office in Kiev with several hundred people. So if we are hiring people here, we can ask them to come to our Kiev office and make the interview, and then they can later relocate to Estonia.
Okay. You have a guy who is interested?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give him contact? Like to whom to contact in Kiev? Is it in Kiev?
They can contact Estonia, and we are connecting the people. They can apply to the position.
So remember that guy. He knows the stuff. His name is Tõnu. So remember this guy. He will help you. But many more questions. I saw a few hands before earlier. Yeah, you.
I want to ask if and to what degree you are cooperating with our local universities here.
So the question was until what degree you are responsible and connected with local education systems.
We are cooperating with the Study in Estonia program. That's kind of like a marketing umbrella for the universities when hiring international students. For example, one of the cooperation projects with Study in Estonia and the universities we held last November. We had Work in Estonia kind of job fair, and it was a day when we matched foreign students who are studying and living in Estonia, and the Estonian companies who are interested to hire these students. So we have had this kind of cooperation.
There is a lot of potential in this area, and one of the practical examples how it has also worked for Playtech is actually a combination of Estonian women and the Erasmus program. That there is a lot of foreign students that are coming to study in Estonia, and then they are completing their studies, but during their studies they find themselves an Estonian girlfriend, and then they don't want to leave anymore, they start looking for a job here, and they are actually the perfect candidates usually.
Yes.
It goes vice versa as well for foreign women to find Estonian boyfriends.
That's true that there are many international students in Estonian universities, and it's good opportunity for Estonian companies to employ these people. So it's not necessarily that they always have to hire somebody from another country. We have also international students, so that's a good point, yes.
But maybe just meanwhile, can you emphasize some numbers maybe? For instance, what is the goal? Because we saw from Jüri Jõemaa's presentation that the goal is to have 37,000 ICT people by the time of 2020. Right now we have 22,000, so we're short almost double. What's your expectation? How much would you like to attract?
That's a very good answer and very good question, and hard to answer this question. But I think in IT sector there's the number. So maybe we don't need to. So the difference is 15,000. Yeah. So from the state we are now until 2020. So some people, of course, will come from the internal market, but not all of them. So
into half?
So maybe half in IT field. Yes.
But of course, we shouldn't forget that Enterprise Estonia is not only expecting people to the ICT sector. Yeah. It's like different sectors. But do we have more questions? Yeah, sir.
So my question is about the future. Why are you so modest? You have done successful campaigns in 2 countries, and now we are talking about like maybe we are doing third. It's usually like we have successful campaign in 2 countries. We are doing next like 10 countries something. Why so modest?
Okay. The question was why so modest? Why so Estonian? And doing one by one, we have had successful campaigns in Finland and Ukraine.
Well,
so the future.
It's the question of resources always. So yeah, I totally agree with you. If it was only my decision, I would expand it much more. But I think when we think strategically, I mean, it's so clear that it's a very important topic for Estonia, and we have to work with it. And I think we should grow this program also and put much more resources into it. That's true. Yeah.
By the way, did you make any kind of connections, and did you see the data when Taavi Rõivas was in the Daily Show in the US? There was a talk about that the numbers of talking about Estonia in Google search went up. Did you saw some kind of a connection? Was there some kind of a hint that maybe some people started to look for Estonian as a work place or target? Did you find any kind of connection? Or is it difficult to measure?
Yeah, actually it was a really good PR for Estonia. Some say it was one of the best in all times, and I totally agree. I think all those things are connected. These people who watched the show, they got a very positive emotion, and maybe now that they meet an Estonian employer or somebody who's working for Estonian companies, and they start thinking about it. We didn't get like a direct connection from this event, but I think it also impacts our goal. Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? Yes.
Why is there any reason why you target maybe Finland and Ukraine?
So the question was why exactly target Finland and Ukraine?
Yeah. It's well, before we chose these countries, of course, there was a lot of analysis done, and we draw matrices, and we were analyzing like where could we find the workforce we need, and also we were thinking on many aspects, such as cultural aspects, like people in Finland, they are very close to us culturally, linguistically, geographically. Also, Finnish has this problem now that their economy is not doing so well, and they have a surplus of IT people. So all these factors taken into account. So I think it was quite was just enough reasons to choose Finland. And when we talk about Ukraine, then well, culturally they're not so different from us. It's also quite easy for them to adapt into Estonian society, and they have like huge pool of talents, and especially huge pool of technical talents. So that was the reasoning behind this choice.